Trapped Eric Domage with us for Security Vibes. Eric, can you just introduce yourself, please, to our viewers?
I'm French. I intend to stay so. I am an IT analyst, which means I do not understand IT. I behave as an economist. I'm trying to understand the market trends. So my mission in IDC is to understand the market trends for all the IT security markets for software, hardware, and services. I am producing market forecasts, so we try to understand where the market will go next year. We provide market sizing. We know the market size exactly. And we provide one of the much punchy exercise is the market shares. We give the vendors market shares every year, which is a tricky exercise. After publishing, not before, but after publishing. And so I have no technical background. I've got a management background. And I just to behave as an economist with a given methodology to understand and search the markets.
Okay, so now that you've been researching the markets, where should my CISOs be spending their money?
So CISOs shouldn't spend their money on hypey things. Do not listen to the fashion. Do not listen to what is new. There is no innovation in the security market. Let's take a basic example. DLP, data loss prevention, can be made out of one of the oldest security solutions, that is encryption. No need to run to the nice plaquettes and brochures from the vendors. If you need to make DLP, turn to the basics, and you will find the most robust technologies of, again, encryption, data marking, port control. So the emergency is not to listen to the hype, be very careful in spending, and go to where it will bring value back to you immediately. And again, security innovation is very, very, very rare. It does not exactly exist. So every vendor that pretends to change the world should be escaped quickly.
Right. And something you said which was very interesting earlier is that in today's market, we're told to spend our money wisely. Yeah, and everyone knows this, but nobody tells us how to spend our money wisely. And you had some interesting insights.
One of the best things that end users could do is take the benefit of the current situation and ask rebates. Vendors need revenues on the columns for the financial reports. They are ready to rebate. Some vendors will refuse to rebate financially, but they will give updated features or updated license. Let's take an example. You've got a 12-month license from one of your vendors. Just ask for it, whether to rebate it by 5, 10%, or to make it not 12, but 18 months. This is a kind of a rebate. If they refuse on the price, if they refuse of the length, ask new features. Why don't you take the DLP solution from this vendor? This one is doing encryption, let's have it for free. So take the benefit, the clever benefit of this situation. Do not starve the vendors, you need the vendors. Nobody does antivirus better than vendors, so if you kill the vendors, there will be no more antivirus chase, but just take the benefit and find a way where there is a common agreement on the both sides winning situation where the vendors could give you more for the same amount or give you a bit different. So take the benefit, ask for rebates. It always works on this market. This is the way to spend wisely your money. That's point number one. Point number two, you could freeze some projects. Some projects need to be frozen. Security policy is not assessing all the risk, it's making choice. You need to make choice and clear choices. And some people make the choice of not covering by a solution an IT threat. This happens sometimes, not all the time. It's very, very narrow aspects, but you can make this kind of choice, which are budget-wise.
I know a credit company, card company a while ago, I don't know whether they still have this practice today, but they calculated that their losses, which was several million, was less than the amount it would cost for them to spend on securing everything. Although I argued with them about reputational damage, it just went over their head. But maybe there's something that my CISOs can do there, without affecting their reputation. There
are two places where you can really make this kind of choice. In compliance, some people make the choice of being non-compliant. Look at the PCI DSS standards. People do not go there because the price of non-compliance is much better than everything else. Let's be non-compliant and assume the risk of it. Some compliance measures are so teeny, so accurate, so narrow that nobody will see that you've broken the regulation.
So the first point is that you can actually be non-compliant and take the risk because the...
You must measure it, yeah.
Yes, obviously you have to assess the risk. And, but it's not just small points that people miss. It's how likely are you to be assessed as well? How many people get assessed on compliance? I think the bigger you are, the more likely. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah. Some compliance needs to be controlled and audited once a year. PCI, Basel II, SOX need to be audited. In France, many people try to have a negotiation with the PCI quality auditor. So they need to they try to negotiate the agreement. So that happens from time to time. The other way is to go to the insurance field. As you insure your car from some risk, which never happens, some people say no technology, but just a good contract with a good insurance. This is again for very, very narrow spaces, very, very accurate risk coverage. But some people say no technology, just a good insurance contract where we'll calculate the risk assessment, and we'll make the choice of just paying a fee to the insurance, and the insurance will cover the cost in case of a problem. So there are many people who do nice trade-off. Again, security is not you covering all the risk, it's you making choice, and you will be liable to these choices. So be clever, make the good choices. And there is no big rules for choices. Any organization is different, any risk assessment is different, so just be careful.
Okay, so that's two great ways for my viewers to find ways to save money. Oh, you've got a third one? Yeah, the third one is turn to service. Let's take an example. If you have your internal antivirus policy change in-house, some vendors update antivirus twice an hour. If you do yourself the check of any device in your company and check if they've been updated twice an hour, it's going to be crazy. Please outsource the tiresome missions like AV updating, firewall, log management, data retention hacks. There are some missions that you do yourself that will cost you less if you just externalize them, outsource them to partners, and give away the AV patching management, give away the firewall management. Keep the security policy governance and put away the tiresome missions. This could save you money. Right, okay. Well, Eric, this is some great tips for the CISOs. Thank you very much for sharing them. Hello everyone, my name is Ben Chai. I'm the editor for SecurityVibes.com. If you've enjoyed this video or have any other comments to make, please do fill in the comment boxes and let us know what you think. Thank you.